Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Agnes Adela Irawan from PBI 6P. Last Saturday, I came to the public lecture entitled Familiarizing ESP Students with English Language Assessment Applied in Senior High School with the speaker Mrs. Revi Apandi, MPD. This public lecture talks about how to assess students in three aspects. There are knowledge, skills, and attitudes. It is also discussed the differences between Curriculum 2016 and Curriculum Merdeka. There will be 2 points that will be discussed in this video. First is the important point, and the second is the newest information from the public lecture event. Many important things that I got from this public lecture. What I get is the assessment is very important for both sides, the teacher and the students. The first step to assessing the students is data collecting assessment, then go to the processing data, and then the implementation result of the students' learning process. Why it is important for both sides? Because it gives the students to reflect on how they learning in the class. Also, the teacher can do the reflection on how they teach in the class. It is already appropriate or not, or whether the purpose of the learning objective has been achieved or not. And then there are 3 ways to assess: assessment of learning, assessment for learning, and then assessment as learning. The assessment of learning is the main point in Curriculum 2016. It is for student achievement assessment. It is not focused about not just knowledge, but also focused on the information of the learning process and the reflection of the students. For now, the new curriculum, that is Curriculum Merdeka, assessment of learning is positioned in the last. For the main is assessment as learning, where a learning is the vehicle for students and also the place for students and teachers' reflections. The newest information that I got from this public lecture is in the Curriculum Merdeka, the teacher is free to design the learning process, the learning flow by adjusting the conditions of the students in the school. It is because of the kompetensi dasar and kompetensi inti were not rolled out by the government. The kompetensi dasar and kompetensi inti were changed into the CP or capaian pembelajaran, but to go through, but the teacher is free to use what material should be taught first. So this is possible to have a different learning material from the other school. Again, I gain new information from this public lecture. There are 3 aspects to assess the students' attitude. The first is attitude. To assess attitude, the teacher should know the indicator of the student's characteristics. It can differentiate with the most of the students. For example, the smartest students, the most diligent students, or something. This is the way how to assess attitude easily. And for the second is the knowledge. Knowledge of the students can be accumulated from the kompetensi dasar that has been determined at the beginning of the learning design, whether it is achieved or not. Usually, for assessing this aspect, the teacher should give them a task like the daily task, oral task, or can be a form of assignment. And then the third is skills. Skills can be assessed by practice, performance, projects, and portfolios. The assessment can be a form of a checklist or rating scale. I think it's enough to explain what I got from the public lecture last Saturday on June 25th, 2022. I got a lot of new knowledge and various important information about the assessment and curriculum applied in Indonesia. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.